Hey guys, welcome back to the Door 59 channel here. Here we take a look at action figures and figure out which ones are worth owning today. And today we're looking at the Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Thor. And I don't know if this guy came out during a weird time. Maybe he came out during COVID or just during a time where people weren't buying action figures, but I really feel like he flew under the radar. MSRP for $124.99. I want to say that was about 4 years ago. So definitely like during COVID. And right now he's on eBay. I just saw a recent sale for 588. I just saw a recent sale for just under $600. I see him listed for 400 plus, and I see one listing brand new for 1200, which is just absolutely bonkers. Like he's a great action figure, but just in general, I think paying $1,000 for Revoltech is just absolutely mind blowing. Let's take him off here and take a deeper look. So I don't know if this guy was considered deluxe at the time or what, but the amount of accessories he comes with is very impressive. He is on the new Amazing Yamaguchi body, so yeah, you're just gonna get the ball peg here in the torso, meaning you can bend all around 360. Front, forward, back, left, right, without having to pull his joints out there. So let's just take a deeper dive into him. So does this hammer move? Is this hammer glued to the hand? All right, I'm going to leave that there for now, but I'm going to take the electricity off him. Okay, so starting with sculpt, like bam, like this guy's right in your face, like with the just like the shredded like muscles here. There's not a ton of paint, but there definitely is some. I guess we'll just take it from the top. But just sculpt wise, this guy looks fantastic. You have the insanely detailed arms here. Like this sculpting is just like bam, like really right in your face. There's texture throughout the torso here and the chest and the waist region. All of this is pretty nicely sculpted as well, and you could tell the browns are painted there. They look pretty clean. This little flap here is it's like a little bit of a softer plastic, but not much. But it's a bit of a movable piece. I'm not sure exactly how. Um, Obviously, he comes with this soft cape here, which does have a metal wire running through it. So the wire runs through both sides. The wire is nowhere in the middle, but it also is running on the bottom here. So you can maneuver the cape pretty well. You can get it to do what you want, which is nice for a cape. Um, the detail on the head here, like with the helmet looks good. The helmet does come off. He does come with, I'll get into the accessories, but he comes with a couple of neutral faces and also a helmetless version. Getting down to the legs here, you have like I don't know exactly like which Thor this is based off of here, but in the legs down here, you have this kind of like metallic square pattern here, which is all painted really well. Down to the leg, this is all textured on the thigh and down to the boot. And then the hair looks great. The hair is like two-tone color, painted very nicely. You could see the helmet is a couple of separate pieces up there to allow maneuverability with the cape. A lot of figures will come just kind of like this, and then you try and move the cape, and you can't get it above the hair, but they work their way around that. So the back of his head literally moves up for the cape, which is done really well engineering wise. I definitely give him props for that. Let's get into the articulation. So starting with the head here. So here he is looking up. Like honestly, show me another. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I could be completely wrong. Like show me another Thor figure that can look up like that. And that is with the neck pushed all the way back, a little bit of gappage there. And then looking down, if you pull his neck forward, that's as far as he'll be able to look down. And the eyes are painted pretty well. They like seem to like look forward there at you, kind of a grimacing look. Getting to the arms here. And so it's one of the newer Amazing Yamaguchis. Yes, you're going to get a single ball and hinge in the shoulder, but then you're also going to get the ball peg in the arm there, which is going to work pretty nice. Articulation is going to come up to there, probably go a little bit further, just not going to push that. Then you get the bicep swivel here, which is on a bit of an angle. So like if I pivot it there, his arm's going to be out. If I pivot it there, it comes back down. They do have some good cutouts here for the bicep. Like my guess is this is going to go past 90. We'll see. He's fallen apart a little. I haven't really played with this guy in a couple of years. Kind of just took him out of the case. Um, so bicep comes up, yeah, pretty well past 90 there, and then in the wrist here, the pretty standard ball and hinge joint there with some decent flexibility. Um, Getting to the butterfly joints here, let's see how these go. Yeah, they go back really smooth, man. The newer style of the Amazing Yamaguchi compared to the old is just so like smooth and like pretty flawless in my opinion. There's the butterfly shoulders coming forward, and then you can bring them back to pretty far there. Getting down to the leg here, or actually, I guess we could start with this kind of skirt here. So the skirt is this piece here is definitely connected, kind of to this crotch piece, and then so the cape is going to be on some kind of ball peg, like pretty much located right in there. And that's probably less for like moving it out, more just like giving him the ability to get in some like pretty crazy poses without the this waist piece getting in your way. But it looks good. Like from a distance, it looks very flush and seamless. Um, Getting to the upper thigh here, you have that standard like ball peg um, in the upper thigh. And then you have the thigh swivel there. So he'll be able to easily get into some kind of split. Um, and in the knee, it is just a hinge joint there, which works pretty well there. He has these big knee pads, which is all, so it's actually kind of softer plastic, but definitely not too soft. And then he does have that movement in the in just the shin, that shin articulation. Getting down to the ankle here, goes back very far, comes forward pretty decent. You're going to get all the movement you're looking for in terms of an ankle rocker. Kind of twisting them up. In terms of the toe joint, works pretty well there. I feel like you could have used a little bit more, maybe like a centimeter. Really, not a big complaint. The bottom of the foot's not sculpted, unfortunately. Not a huge deal for some people, maybe. Um, and then getting to the hammer here. So how do I even straighten this guy's arm out? Getting to the hammer here. The hammer looks really good. It's painted silver, metallic. It looks like real metal almost. The handle's a little bit plasticky, a little bit shiny there. This bottom piece here, this leather strap is a little bit of soft plastic. And this is the hammer without any writing on it, so it's just silver throughout. It does have a peg hole there, and in the back for you to put the lightning bolt effects, which I'll show you those. This is the back of him without the cape. And can you take the cape off? No, I don't think so. You could see it's just like definitely absolutely embedded in there. Whether it's like glued to the plastic or what, it's deep in there. So you cannot remove his cape. In terms of waist flexibility, there he is going backwards. And as for going forward, yeah, insanely far. Pretty much at 90 on the app crunch. And let's get into this guy's accessories. He does come with quite a few. Okay, getting to the accessories here. So we'll start with the lightning effects. So you get a bunch here. Really, a lot of it is to kind of decorate like his body in lightning. So it looks like the entire Thor figure is being electrocuted, which is a really sick look. Like I love these pieces here. They look so good. They're like this clear metallic blue. Some parts are a little bit darker, some are a little bit lighter, but they're all pretty unique and just done really well. Um, yeah, so one example is one like this would go like this hole here is meant to just go on it on one of his hands or one of his forearms. Here's another piece here. This one's more meant to go on top of his knee, and they do clip in pretty nicely. This one here is meant to go around his waist. So you can put it kind of this way, so or that way. And this one, I'm not sure where it goes. Might go around his neck, and you can kind of customize it. And this one here is pretty cool. This one is when he's sticking his hammer in the sky, and that's what this peg hole is for on top. And you get that look for the hammer, which is so cool. These pieces are done really well. The translucent blue and um, those pieces look awesome, and even that itself is articulated with a little ball and hinge joint there. Um, for some reason, I thought the other hammer had the writing on it. It does not. The only difference here is it this one doesn't have the peg holes. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a flush version, this hammer one hammer comes with no peg holes. And the way you just switch that, you just take this out and then insert that into the other one there. This hand does come off. I just didn't bother removing it, but you just take the hammer off and move the hand. Um, in terms of hand, so pretty much everything you look for, you get the gripping. You get the open hand, the gripping hand here, and then more of a fist. You'll notice this one here also has a uh, a peg. And you'll notice this one here also has a peg. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what that's meant for. I'm pretty sure you put the this brown peg in there to maybe because then this comes out and you might connect the hammer there. But I'm not seeing that. I don't know. I'm not getting that vision there, but it's meant for something. You come with two options, a left and a right. So I'll figure that out. I'll probably put up a picture on the display here showing you what exactly that's used for. And getting to the head swaps here. So this is kind of the exciting part. So he comes with a ton of face sculpts. This figure definitely has to be a uh, a deluxe. I'm not saying it's the most accessories I've ever seen, but for an amazing Yamaguchi, we're definitely on the deluxe train here. So yeah, I mean, you get an open mouth face, like this, like electrocuted kind of like white eyes god look, and then you get these three, which are really just looking left, right, and center here. And then that's not including the two you that come with them here. So um, again, this is the so all these head swaps swap out into both his helmet and his just hair look. But the way you pop those out is you just push the head swaps that way, and they'll pop out for you. But here's his head again when you take it apart. So again, the helmet is two pieces here, and then that sits in there, and you put it on. Um, And then you have his neutral head look here, which looks really good. The hair's painted really nicely. It's textured very well. And so for this here, when you put this on, the cape's not going to be able to move because this hair does sit down and it's pretty stiff. In terms of the hair, yeah, they're pretty similar there. Are they an exact match? Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's like the same sculpt on the tail end of the hair there. But this face looks pretty good. Again, this piece can be this head sculpt can be swapped out for any of these here. So really just a ton of customization. So here's kind of just neutral, pissed off Thor. Um, so you can see again, this piece here will keep the cape a little bit down there. Not that it gets in the way. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this cape. I'm not a fan of action figure capes. I just tend to like usually not want them. It's actually kind of funny that they added this cape with the soft plastic and made it work really well with the wire, kind of like the best you could do there. But then they added this like long skirt, which is hard plastic, which people usually get mad that the cape is hard plastic, but they added that piece in anyway. Here, obviously, it's smaller on the skirt here, but I do think it helps. I do think it adds to him. It kind of just adds to his bulk. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, I think this guy's a fantastic Thor. I'm not really sure like what comic exactly he'd be from or anything like that, but I think it kind of calls to like the original. I think calls back to the original Thor, the newer stuff, and even touching on like MCU Thor. Overall, I think he looks great. He's big, muscular, bulky, but like cut and lean. He looks awesome, fantastic. Um, we only got one version of this. I definitely could see Revoltech re-release him, not a 2.0, just a re-release. When you see prices on the aftermarket going for what they are, like between 400 listings up to 1200. Not that this guy sells for 12, but he is selling for 4 to 600. If you're Revoltech, what are you thinking to yourself? If we make this guy, we'll definitely have some sales there. But I mean, yeah, if you're looking for a Thor, super articulated, yeah, absolutely. I would recommend this guy. I do think there's a lot. I do think there's a ton of options out there, like the Mafex Thor and the ones that really call back to the comic book versions. I think those look so cool. Those would be the only ones I'd even consider swapping him out with. Like sometimes I do wish he had the like original comic Thor looks, where it's like the pants are a little bit more blue, the shins here have the yellow stripes and um, just a little bit more vibrant colors. And if I could change anything about them, the sculpting on throughout the body is great, but I do think the colors are a little bit bland. It's like this very dark brown, like not quite black color. This like yeah, this dark brown going throughout the body here, and then the legs are a little bit kind of like navy blue back there. I do think it could have popped a little bit more, brought a little bit more to life with something slightly more vibrant. I'm not sure what that would look like. I'm not a good designer, so maybe I'm completely wrong in that. Maybe he's just fine as he is. Um, but yeah, overall, I would recommend this. But let me know if you guys have any questions about him, or if you own one. If you feel lucky that you did get him at MSRP. Back when he was 124.99. Let me know if you're the guy who bought him for $600. Let me know if you're the guy listing him at $1,200. Tell me what that's all about. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.